Good morning, students. Myself Shruti, welcome you back in this virtual class. Today we are going to discuss another concept, that is evaporation and the factors affecting evaporation. All of you know that there are basically three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gases. And the one state can be converted into the another state either by heating or by cooling. But there are certain processes that take place on its own. One of the concept is evaporation. It is the phenomena of the change of the liquid into the vapor at any temperature below its boiling point, and that is called as evaporation. What basically happens in evaporation is, you must have observed this phenomena in our day-to-day life activities, that is in the water cycle process also. What happens in water cycle? The water from the water bodies, that is either from the rivers, lakes or ponds, evaporate, or you can say that change from the liquid state to the vapor state. And we are not heating that water. The water bodies are absorbing the heat from the surrounding or by the sun. That process is called as evaporation. So in evaporation, we find that there is a change of the liquid state into the vapor state at any temperature below its boiling point. It takes place by absorbing the heat from the surrounding. Now, what is the basic cause of evaporation? Let us understand this through a diagram. What I have done in this diagram is, I have drawn a beaker and in that I have drawn water, and these are the particles that are in the random motion. Random motion means we know that the particles have a characteristic that they keep on moving. When they are moving, they have certain kinetic energy. Some particles will be having less kinetic energy, another particles will be having more kinetic energy. And the particles that are having less kinetic energy, they will be at the bottom of the container. The particles that are having medium energy, they will be in the middle. And the particles that are having high kinetic energy, that will be at the top of the beaker, and they will be having more kinetic energy. That is why they will try to escape out from the beaker, and they will escape out from the surface of the liquid only. That is why we also say that evaporation is a surface phenomena. The particles that have high kinetic energy, they will reach up to the surface of the liquid, and from that they will escape out from that beaker or that container. The basic cause for the evaporation is the collision between the particles, that is their basic characteristics, and the particles that are having high kinetic energy, they will move out or they will escape out, and the water will keep on drawing. Now let us read from the notes. The particles of the liquid possess kinetic energy, but in a given sample of liquid, all the particles don't possess same kinetic energy at a given temperature. This is because particles have random movement. They collide with one another and possess different speed. Some particles collide with high speeds, some particles collide with less speed, and there is a fraction of particles that are having high kinetic energy, and they overcome the attractive forces that are present between the particles, and they break the attractive forces and they move out from the beaker, or you can say that from the surface. In such particles, they come to the near the surface of the water, and they leave the surface of the liquid and escape into the vapor state, and this process is known as evaporation. Now there are certain factors that affect the rate of evaporation. The basic factors are surface area of the liquid, nature of the liquid, temperature, humidity in the air, and wind speed. Let us consider the first factor, that is the surface area of the liquid. Evaporation, I have already told, is a surface phenomena. The high energy particles from the liquid can go into the vapor state only through the surface. If there will be more surface, like I have a saucer, you can observe this plate in which the surface area is more, and if I am taking a glass, the surface area is less. In that case, you will observe that the water will evaporate more from the plate as compared to the glass, because the surface area is less. Whereas the surface area of the saucer or the plate is more surface area is there, the particles that will reach at the surface of the liquid, they will evaporate fast. Whereas the in a glass or in a cup, the surface area is less, they will take less space to evaporate, and the evaporation will take time. So evaporation is a surface phenomenon. Tea becomes cold faster in a saucer than in a cup. Similarly, clothes dry when they are well spread. When we will spread the cloth, the surface area of the clothes will increase and the evaporation will take place quickly. Next factor is nature of the liquid. Nature means what type of liquid is that? Different liquids have different rates of evaporation. A liquid having weaker interparticle attractive forces evaporates at the faster rate. Faster rate means that will quickly evaporate from the surface. If the particles are weak, or you can say that the interparticle forces, the forces that are present between two particles, that are called as interparticle forces. Interparticle forces. If these forces are weak, there are certain liquids that are having weak interparticle forces that will evaporate fastly, because they will not require much heat from the surrounding, or they will not absorb much heat from the surrounding. It will be easy to break these forces of attraction that are present in between the particles, and they will overcome it quickly and they will evaporate. So, a liquid having weaker interparticle attractive forces evaporates at a faster rate because less energy is required to overcome these attractive forces. For example, if you have observed acetone, or you can say that nail paint remover, or you can have petrol, what happened in that case? If you will observe that we can feel the smell of the petrol very quickly. As soon as it's spread on the floor, it starts evaporating, because there are lesser attractive forces among the particles of the petrol or nail paint remover, and they gain the energy from the surrounding and they start evaporating quickly as compared to water. Then the next concept is, the next factor is temperature. The rate of evaporation increases with increase in temperature. If it is totally a sunny day, in that case our clothes dry up fast. Why it dry up fast? Because the rate of evaporation depends upon temperature. If the temperature is high, the rate of evaporation will be high. Why high? Because the particles will gain kinetic energy, they will collide with each other. When they will collide, they will escape out from the surface, and the evaporation rate will be definitely high. At higher temperature, more number of particles acquire kinetic energy that is required to escape out into the vapor state. That is why we can say that clothes dry faster in summer than in winters. Another factor is humidity in the air. Humidity means it is the amount of the water vapor present in air. The air cannot hold more than a certain definite amount of water vapors at a given temperature. At a given temperature, at a certain area or at a certain place, the water vapors amount is limited. The air cannot hold more than a certain definite amount of water vapors. And if the humidity is more, the rate of evaporation decreases. Why decreases? Because the air is already loaded with water. If the water will evaporate from the space, where it will go? Air don't have any capacity to hold that water. It means due to the increase in humidity, the rate of evaporation will decrease. You must have observed that our clothes don't dry in rainy season. Our clothes take time to dry in rainy season, or clothes don't dry easily in rainy season. What happens in rainy season? The air is already loaded with water particles and the rate of evaporation decreases due to high moisture in the air. And next factor is the wind speed. Wind speed means the speed of the air or the speed of the moving air. With the increase in the wind speed, the rate of evaporation increases. This is because the blowing air takes the water vapor away from the surface of the liquid and its surroundings. If the As a result, what would happen? There will be more and more number of liquid molecules that will evaporate and that will occupy the empty space that is created by the blowing wind. Suppose at a certain area the wind has blown, they have taken all the water vapors that were present here along with that. If it has taken and that space will be empty, then more water vapors will come into that place and they will try to escape out. So with the increase in wind speed, the rate of evaporation increases. For example, clothes dry faster on a windy day. Windy day means when the air is blowing at high speed. The high speed wind will make the water vapors to take away with them and that space will get empty. Then the water from the clothes will dry quickly or it will escape out quickly to take the place that is created by the wind. And same case is there in the desert cooler also. There is an exhaust fan that sucks the moist air that is present in the cooler chamber, which results in the greater evaporation of the water and hence cause greater cooling. What happens in a cooler? You must have observed that there is a chamber. There is a chamber and here is a fan. When the fan is in the on position, then what happens? The surrounding air or the wind speed increases. When the wind speed increases, then the air comes out or exhaust fan makes the air to come out or it sucks the moist air. When it sucks the moist air, then more evaporation takes place and hence greater cooling will be there. So in the nutshell, we can say that the rate of evaporation increases when there is increase in surface area, when there is increase in temperature, when there is decrease in humidity and there is increase in the wind speed. So basically these are the factors that affect the rate of evaporation. Revise that factors and the concept properly. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.